with that.
And then I just
love
use.
it.
If you want to save this for the live portion, that's fine. But
You can just redo it.
Okay. Yeah, I can do
Re-say
that.
it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
I just
love
use.
it.
We're actually live right now. Go ahead.
So, and we're talking about green screens.
And TV 2.0 shows and hosts.
I
and
did
where
an
to go for that. Yeah. This is Sid. Is this on your channel, Sid? Introduce us, Sid. Tell us what's going on right here. What's happening, and then we'll take over, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, I have with me Roy Montero, one of the founders of our Google Hangout groups, and Jeff Keller, the same. We've been together or known each other through Hangouts ever since Hangouts began. And
class of 2012.
6 years. Yeah. We're going on 6 years, guys.
And
6
now, now we're just having a sort of a recap of 6 years of Google Hangouts and what it's meant, and memories basically, and where we've gone from there. Especially you, Roy.
Oh, why is that? Especially me.
Well, you've gone to other platforms.
There, Sid.
You've gone to explore other platforms as well. We have sufficed ourselves.
I have been to other planets, guys. I've been to other planets.
We've sufficed ourselves with Google Plus.
I'm coming back.
He has returned to tell us stories.
I'm coming back. I'm telling
He's back with these stories.
Tell us about your adventures with other platforms.
Oh, please share.
That's funny.
Whew.
So, Roy, did you want to interview Jeff, or was that the idea?
Well, I want to interview both you guys. Actually, here's what I want to do. So, what we're doing. Okay, so if I could start at the beginning, here's what I'm doing. I never really had a name for what I was doing. And then somebody said to me about 1.5 years ago, hey, I stopped networking with that group over there because it was just it just felt icky, and I started a net friending group over here with some of my friends. I took them over there, and I said, what did you just say? She said net friending. I said, okay, are you doing anything with that? Net friending. Oh my goodness, I had never listen. I just turned 60. I heard that 1.5 years ago. In all my days on planet Earth, I never heard the term net friending. The minute I heard that, I heard bells going off in my head, okay? Loud, very loud bells going off in my head.
I can hear
them. I saw the future. It was like, oh my goodness. I can go so far with this term, net friending. So I went and I looked. Netfriending.com was available, guys. I snagged it up, got netfriending.com. Went to twubs.com where you can register. You can't take it to court. It's not legal, but you can register a hashtag, and that's where people go to kind of figure out where the hashtag originated and so on and so forth. So you get a little bit more visibility for your hashtags. So I went over to Twubs and got netfriending. Check this out. I got fb.com/netfriending. Talk about your shortened URLs. Yeah. And then I got fb.com/groups/netfriending. And that's my Facebook group. So all roads lead to netfriending. And all roads are somehow going to start for people from netfriending because
what do they see when they go to netfriending? Right
now there's nothing. I just started to put the website together. I'm going to use the Divi, Elegant Themes Divi theme. It's not free. It's a $250 license for a lifetime, and then it comes along with like 86 something other themes from Elegant Themes, but none of them are as powerful as this one. This is like the Lamborghini or the Alfa Romeo or whatever your favorite luxury speed car is, speed vehicle, right? This is the vehicle that's going to get you faster, further.
And what's it
That's
called?
what I'm talking about. Go ahead.
What's it called? I
don't know. Were you paying attention, Jeff?
Net friending.
There you go.
but hold on a minute. There's got to be an infrastructure. The infrastructure.
Sid, this is going to be on the test. So
The infrastructure can't be. The infrastructure has got to be a little deeper than.
So
So is it going to be interactive? I don't understand.
yes, it's actually interactive. You like that one, Sid?
No,
Ooh.
I don't understand how it's going to be interactive more useful than say this hangout and medium that we're using now through YouTube.
Well, if I may,
Yeah. Go ahead, please.
I've heard Roy talk about this. You were talking about this on Blab quite a bit,
Yes.
and I think it's kind of a method of networking, for which these are tools, but I think the net friending is more of the end, and these kinds of things are the means. Would that be accurate to say?
One more time and give me a little bit more so Sid can understand it, because I think Sid's missing the ball right there.
Well,
did you pick up on that, Sid?
No, not at all. Nor did you.
Well, that's why I need more context, because I know where he's going. He just needs more context. He does know, but he doesn't know to the degree, of course, that I know, because that's where it came from. I birthed it. You know what I'm saying? Sort of, kind of.
well, I
I
felt
didn't have
like
a name. Go ahead.
I felt like the confusion was initially we were talking about various platforms and which are the better ones. You started talking about net friending. So what it sounded to me like is Sid wasn't matching that up with the network strategizing. But what I think from what I've heard you talk about net friending, it's more of a philosophy and a way of networking that that is fluid, that can change with different platforms and stuff like that. It's not dependent on a particular platform. It's a way of
It sounds like there's a lot
connecting with
of
people.
engineering that needs to be constructed behind it.
I mean, I think it's sort of in the self-help kind of realm, is it not? Or am I mistaken as well?
It is, and it is, and that's to put it so that the status quo can understand it. But it's going to be one of the first of its kind beyond self-help, because it's actually
Do you have a
other
conceptual?
people
Do you have
help.
Do you have a conceptual, like a flowchart or something?
Not yet,
Oh,
but I
no.
have one that I can kind of take you on a visual journey with some verbal word pictures. Hopefully you can follow along.
Yeah,
So that's where I was going.
hopefully, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, so I backed up a step from the platforms that we were going after to why I'm going after these platforms for me, and how you may be involved with me or not.
Mm-hmm.
Or you may just know about this or not. So everything I say and do has a why. And my why is always bigger than my but, B-U-T, my excuse. So my reason for doing something is way more than my reason for not doing that something, or the excuse for something. 1 second. Hold on a second, guys.
I knew it was scar tissue, but
Thank you. Good news in the family. So yes,
Congratulations.
the platform. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. It's like
Glad to hear it,
yeah,
whatever it
it
was.
was a cancer scare, and now everything is good because it was scar tissue. So
Oh,
yes, good
awesome.
for that.
Let's. Okay,
Yeah.
I want you
Go
to do a
scar tissue.
jig. I want
Go
you to do a
start.
jig.
Yes, and she was. Yeah, thank you. Yes, this is always
Yeah.
good news.
Lovely.
Whew. So we're talking about the vehicle, the virtual vehicle that's going to get us to our, let's call it our point B, because right now point A is right where you are, right? What you're doing, and then in light of what you could be doing and with whom, your point B, individually and or collectively. And so I want a collective point B with people that, well, can be helped by me and or help me and or help the people that I know. Because it doesn't have to be direct. It can be side to side as well. So if you two know me, and you do, and you know me outside of each other, I met both of you outside of each other, and then you guys are friends. That's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys never become friends and people know me and I bring them into the fold, so to speak, as long as they got a working relationship with me and we're good, we're good. So anyway, I go back to what I was doing. It didn't have a name. Now it has a name. It's called net friending. So I have a slogan: net friending, not networking. ... Because net friending is the softer side of networking. Now, I don't know, for those of you who are Madison Avenue types, this may ring a bell. And if you're not,
Well,
not.
it seems very abstract at this point. There isn't a lot of and there isn't a lot to sink your teeth in terms of practicality, how this manifests itself. I'm not saying there isn't that. I'm saying
No,
that,
no, and I know, yes, please.
what you're
yeah.
saying is necessarily abstract, and it's catchy to say networking versus net playing or net friending or whatever. That's catchy, but in terms of, is this a sustainable way of conducting oneself over time, and what are the benefits of doing so and the costs? That remains to be seen in terms of this audience.
In terms of this audience. Thanks, Jeff. Yes.
Yeah.
So I have answered that for me. Okay, what you guys should do is you should watch one. There's one coming up in 20 minutes. I just got a notification across my screen right here.
Oh yeah.
And
What's
so
it say?
I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to, where are we? Here we go. Okay. Hiya. So I'm going to send it right there.
Okay.
So you can see what that is. I'm going to give you the link right now in a second. Keep talking. I'm going to go on mute while I get it because I can't do both at the same time.
Sure.
I like where you're going, Jeff. Jeff, that's already been settled in my mind. That is not even an issue. What is an issue for you yet? So if you can take my mind and go, okay, so if that's not an issue, now what, right? So explain to me, guys, net friending, not networking. What does that conjure for you? Sid, you want to go first?
It conjures nothing, because I don't know, creepiness. Net friending, like
LOL.
Well, I think I understand.
they're yeah. It's just another. It seems to be another app for my phone. You know what I mean? That type of thing.
Well, when I was in my 20s, I got approached a lot by Amway distributors, and I'm not comparing what you're saying to them, except that they did have this one kind of way of presenting what they were asking you to do. Was they were asking you not to go and sell people stuff, but they were asking you to go and be their friends, and then presumably they would buy stuff from you and whatever. But they were selling it in the point where you're not really you're not really getting people to work for you. You're making friends, and then they're going to want to help you, I guess, which is a roundabout way of getting people to do stuff for you. So that's kind of what I'm hearing, that networking can be more it could be more about making friends and then having a genuine interest in the person versus just a business interest. Am I on the right track there at all, or no?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So it's exactly that. It's opening the relationship with someone who has the possibility of becoming somebody that will be healthily advantageous for you when the time comes that they now say, okay, I trust you with this, and this being my tribe, or this being the people that I know.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to ask you this question, both of you, if I come to you separately, I just come to you behind the scenes and I go, Sid,
Hmm.
Jeff, you know me. And right now I want to know if you know anybody that I should know that you know.
Mm-hmm.
You may or may not come up with several people or one person or nobody. But if I never ask you this question, I'll never know.
Sure. Thank you.
And because I ask people this question, or not, my life will be
right back.
one way rather than another. And these are just opportunities that could easily be, well, seen, not with your eye, but the opportunities will be seen because you're prepared to see them in your mind's eye, in your heart's eye, because you have this attitude, this mindset that somebody you know might be the person who I'm supposed to connect with or they're supposed to connect with. And we end up having a win-win mutually beneficial situation, and or whether the next Facebook or Google ever gets launched or not because of it doesn't matter. What matters is that those two people are more fruitful today and tomorrow, and hopefully as long as possible, because of that connection, because of what was shared, and that was social capital, that was people capital, that was, yeah, you need to know Jeff, yeah, you need to know Sid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need to know Roy. And when people start doing this for each other, the icky gets removed, so to speak.
So
make sense?
Yeah, it does. I find that getting to that sweet spot is often kind of stated in a really glib way. I don't see it as being that easily attained. That point where, we've all been there. So I have a really great experience with somebody, usually over some kind of business or another that has provided some service or whatever, and I just thought it was excellent. And without their saying anything about referrals, I can't wait to tell my friends how great Joe was and what he did and what he did for me and what a great guy he is and just what a great experience it was. That just comes from within, and that's something that I want to do. I want him to be successful, and I want my friends to have those really good experiences with that person that I had. And sometimes that doesn't always happen. Sometimes people don't hit it off. But then there's other times when people are like, hey, can I call two of your friends? And I'm like, I don't think I want my friends to be bothered with this. I wouldn't want that. So I think that sweet spot where you've really done good work. I think that's kind of organic. It's kind of something that you don't ask for. And I kind of know from my own experience. I've been working on the side a lot, just fixing computers and helping people out with computer problems, tech stuff. And I've not advertised at all. Everybody has been the result of somebody else who I worked on, back to the first person. And I find that it just happens without my saying, hey, do you know somebody who needs their computer fixed? And, maybe I should do that. But it's kind of hard. And I know from, at least from my own sensibilities, it's like somebody comes to me and wants me to give them a referral. I don't feel like doing that because I hate to get sales calls or stuff like that. So I just think it's a little bit harder than sometimes it's made out to be.
Okay, so what you're talking about is not what I'm talking about.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is you can't wait to share your friend with your friend.
Right.
And if you've never experienced that, I totally get. I'm not saying you personally.
No, I did speak to
you
that.
Generally speaking, because people who have experienced this will understand that this is the only way to do what it is that you're supposed to do on this planet. It's unfortunate or fortunate, depending upon your point of view, people have been asking me for years, so Roy, how's that going for you? When I would tell them my front story. And so how long have I been telling people my front story? Well, ever since I got online. When'd you get online? 1996. What? 21 years? You've been doing this Yes, I've been doing this 21 years.
Yeah, I'm not diminishing. I did address that. I said there's sometimes when it's organic, but it's
So then do everything that's organic and forget about the rest of the stuff.
well, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that it's a taller order, that somebody just hearing this for the first time wouldn't be as halcyon about, well, this is, oh, okay, I just have to make friends and then everything will go my way. That's kind of hard to do in a business context. It takes some skill and finesse really to do that. I think, but I'm all ears, and I'm willing to watch what you have. But
so it's all about vulnerability, Jeff. If one is vulnerable and lets their guard down and allows the person who they were designed to be, then the rest of the people who have that person's back for one reason or another,
right,
will come alongside and honor that vulnerability.
right. Oh, that's good. That's that's good stuff. That's the kind of, that's what I think addresses kind of what I'm saying. So I just want to point out that I think some of these skills are being vulnerable, communication skills. They're hard to learn for a lot of people, and they don't come so naturally. But so do a lot of other things that are worth learning. I'm not saying that at all, but I just go back to that Amway person. Well, all you got to do is be their friends and sit in their house, and it's like, I don't want to do that. I hate sitting in somebody else's house. That sounds like a nightmare. Unless
but what
I know
you do
them.
enjoy is sitting in their virtual house.
Yeah, I suppose so.
If you could find maybe 50 or 500 more Sids than me that would be there at the time that you would get there, when you have the time to go on the internet and do your thing. Everything's a thing to me with an A if you don't yet know what it's called.
But what's the difference between anything that you're talking about and what we're doing right now?
Well, some people would refer to things that we, Jeff, and we said, me and you guys and me, would say we're like, you guys look like you're out there sparring with one another. You look like you're sparring partners.
Well, we do sometimes spar with each other because
we do.
We spar ideas.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, my ideas usually give that final left jab and uppercut that that gives that knockout. But we still spar.
Too fun. So you guys haven't seen Nate at all, huh?
I invited him.
I haven't seen him for probably 2 years.
He's probably got 17 kids by now.
Yeah. Yeah. He was birthing some babies, though.
Yep. Plus, he lives in Colorado, Mormon country.
Yeah, and weed country, too.
Yeah, Mormon and weed. Babies.
Well, Utah, I guess, is more Mormon.
Please, anywhere in America is Mormon because Mormonism is America through and through. American made, American concept, everything. I'm very proud of Mormonism being made in America. More so than I am Southern Baptism and whatever else.
I don't approve of, I'm not, I'm an atheist and I don't really approve of religion in general, but I haven't, it's an American thing, but it's mostly out west. I
So
I could count on the fingers of one hand the people that I know that are Mormons, and
Yeah.
I will say that those that I know of who are Mormons, I have very high regard for.
I have no idea. I don't know anyone who's a Mormon in real life.
I don't know. I mean, there's a huge Mormon temple that was built when I was a kid, and we went through it.
I'm not even so sure we have Mormons here. No, we do. I'm pretty sure. Those are the guys that walk around with the white shirts with the short sleeves and the little black badge.
Come by.
Yeah, I've seen them around.
And the PC clats, yeah.
Yeah, and the little satchel and yeah.
And I'm like, I see them, and I'm like, oh goody, the Mormons are coming.
I know, right?
can't
I
wait
get
to
the
talk to
coffee
them.
out. Come on in.
And it's like,
But they never talk to me. They always walk by me, ignore me.
I'm sure my neighbors must.
Do I have
them,
like atheist or something tattooed on my forehead?
So why aren't they net friending me?
Probably because they've been told you won't get anywhere with Jeff. You won't get anywhere with Sid. Don't do it.
Yeah, but I'll be very polite to them. I'll give them coffee or tea, cookies, whatever you want. Just sit. We'll talk about stuff.
Whatever you want.
Just tell me what you believe and why.
Shut up and just listen.
Right. Just tell me what you believe and why, and then I'm all yours.
That's good.
Then I'd bring out the Satanic Bible and start reading it to them. And then they'll think that I'm reading something, divine. And I'll tell them, no, it's actually the Satanic Bible that I'm reading. Makes more sense, doesn't it?
No, I'd love to have them. I would just ask questions.
I'd like to have them on a live hangout. Come in, sit down.
Yes.
Sound check.
Come into my castle.
You know what's cool though about BeLive.tv is that if you brought people in, they wouldn't even have to come in and take a seat. They could stay within I call it the live studio audience, and they could just text. And the text and their picture and their name will come up on the screen when you bring it up, and you go, oh, look, so-and-so's got a really great comment or question or what have you.
That's like Blab. Blab was like that, right?
Blab was like that, only this is even better.
I thought that was I thought that worked really well.
Oh my goodness. This, right now, they just unveiled it yesterday, Jeff said, listen, guys.
Okay, go tell us.
If you like to do like a one-on-one, you guys call it 1-2-1. Don't call it one-on-one, because Ivan Meisner of BNI says in some countries that's very sexual, so you don't want to ask anybody to have a one-on-one with you.
Oh,
Just
come on, be open-minded.
I talk American. The hell with the rest of the world.
That's right. Open your mind to the possibilities.
Let them be offended.
What if it involves furry, animal costumes? I mean, come on, I'm just saying.
That's true. Yeah, you got me there.
But you got to be careful. Anyways. I play it safe when I say 1-to-1s, right?
1-2-1.
But I'm telling, over at BeLive.tv, you could have all 3 seats switched. You could have your 2 guests on top. You could be on the bottom.
Well,
I know that sounds kind of cool.
Oh, that sounds pretty creepy. Sign me up. Sign me up.
2 guests on the bottom.
Absolutely, sign me up. I'm in.
Like Fox or CNN, and you could have like 3 people on the screen, all really close and narrow to each other. It's really cool, and you control the whole thing. I mean, if you can have rotating 3 or 4 people through there in an hour, you could do a show once a week. I'm telling you, it'll be hot. People will love it. People will tune in. You have a lot of control, guys. BeLive.tv. As a matter of fact, my friend, who I'm producing,
likes to be in control.
You're producing.
I took her under my wing a year ago, and she's going to be doing a BeLive. I threw the link in. You guys see it on the side there. She's going to be happening like in 3 minutes. So I'm going to have to run because I need to be there and do my producing thing.
I might check that out so I can go log into BeLive and watch.
Well, can I stream? Can I stream this BeLive experience live on this channel like we're doing now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
Do you see the link that I gave you?
No, not yet. But where'd you put it?
It's on the site chat.
Yeah, go ahead, Sid.
Here, I'll put it in again.
Make it so.
I put it in again.
Oh, there it is. All right.
So it's on my net friending Facebook page, guys. I gotta run. I'll teach
Are
you
you-
Thanks
guys
for
over
coming
there.
by, Roy. Thank you very much.
Hi, Roy. Great to talk to you as always.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Absolutely, same here. And Sid,
Yeah.
always a pleasure to see you, my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm gonna run. You guys, comment over there, and you'll see your stuff go on the screen. You'll feel good.
Oh, I don't know. I'm very
promise you.
shy.
I promise. I'm gonna call you guys out now. I'm gonna go over there and call you out. Come on now.
All
Say
right.
hi.
Sounds good.
Say hi. All right, guys.
So,
Bye.
All right. See you soon. Bye.
All right. So let's see.
Go ahead and set that up. I'll be back in just a second.
Okay. So let's see. 15:45. Get reminder. How do I do anything here? That reminder scheduled. Never settle show. Okay, so oh, there's a page. There's a bizarre place to go live. 15:40. So I should get my reminder. Ooh, there we go.
April 2.0. Tonight, we are here once again to champion Mario Armstrong and his visionary, revolutionary, trailblazing Never Settle show. I also come to you tonight as mommy because my son is still awake. It's early. It's 6:45 here on the East Coast in Knoxville, Tennessee. Let me know if you guys can hear me, because I feel like my mouth is not synced up with my audio. You let me know. I'm just going to be live for 15 minutes if I even go that long. This is just a way to cheer on Mario Armstrong and what he's doing. I see two people here. If you can let me know if you can hear me, that's fine. I feel like the guy from that BBC thing because my son is literally right next to me. But life happens, folks, and this is what Mario's doing is a family show, so it's all good. So let me get this off the screen and tell you that tonight is the co-producer meeting for the Never Settle show. It is, hello, Cheryl. Cheryl, one of my favorite brand champions. I can't say she's the only one. She is one of the biggest brand champions for net friending. Welcome, Sidney Winston. Thank you for letting me know you can hear me. I think it's mostly synced up. So tonight is the co-producer meeting for the Never Settle show. It happens every Wednesday at 7 o'clock on the Entrepreneur Facebook page, Entrepreneur Magazine, which is where Mario Armstrong's Never Settle show will premiere on Wednesday, April 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Same day, same time as our co-producer meetings. And if you have never experienced a co-producer meeting via live stream, you'll want to do that tonight at the Entrepreneur Facebook page that I just had up there, right there. And it's you'll have to go and watch it at 7 o'clock because lots of people go to this live stream every Wednesday, and there's a bunch of people sitting around a table wherever Mario happens to be. He's usually at Roker Media. And they're in a room somewhere with the entire Never Settled team. And they're basically creating the show with us by asking us questions, asking us who we want the guests to be, not maybe specifically like, oh, I'd like to see Ellen DeGeneres or Tim Tebow or fill in the blank, Harry Connick Jr. It's more that they ask, do you want a celebrity or do you want an everyday person? Do you want to see somebody, maybe have somebody on the show who's just like you and I, who are working a 9-to-5 job, although for me it's an 8-to-5 job, and somebody who's kind of clawed their way out of the 8-to-5 or about to, with a story to tell, somebody who has an inspiring story to tell. They ask a lot of questions. They put the questions up on the screen, and they're testing out the technology right now, because this is the technology they're going to use when the show starts on April 5th. So we get to kind of see it in action first, glitches and all, because that happens sometimes. And they put, when you type a 1 or a certain hashtag or the number 2, whatever corresponds with the questions and answers, they put it up on the screen. And when you select your answer, they put the results up on the screen in real time. It is an experience to behold, I have to tell you. And they throw the comments up on the screen as well in the lower thirds. They're very beautiful. Kind of like right here, we have this in orange and white. Since I threw it up there, Facebook.com/official Mario Armstrong is where you can go to find out updates on what Mario's doing for the Never Settle show and anything else that he's working on, because he's a contributor for the Today Show. He's always up on the latest technology, and especially in live streaming. So you'll want to go see the official Mario Armstrong page. And like we have the lower thirds here, although this looks maybe like the lower 3/4. This is in orange and white, and there's just like a pink background with white letters, and it's just very digital looking. And it's awesome. And if you're a crowd, well, they used to call them crowd producers. Now we're called co-producers. And I was one of, actually, I was included in the co-producers that arrived on the scene. Hello, Leland. WTG April. What does that mean? No, I'm just kidding. I know what that means. Way to go, April. As you can tell, I'm excited. I'm always excited. My hands are waving like a crazy lunatic when Mario Armstrong show is coming on, even though it's not, well, it's a show. It's a co-producer meeting. It's basically the crowd producing the show. I'm all over the place. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about what he's doing. I cannot shout this man from the rooftops enough. And he will be the first to tell you in his humble way that he does not want the spotlight on him. It's not about him. It's about the show. It's about him and his wife's vision. They've kind of had this vision for a really long time, and now there's an entire team behind it, and Roker Media's behind it. And I'm so excited to shout him from the rooftops. Hey, April, say hello to my 2 friends, Sid and Jeff and Sid. Please say hello to April, my friend and business partner. Did I do a good Boston accent? Hi, Sid. Hi, Jeff. I'm April. April 2.0, as I say. And that's my son, Morgan, over there making a racket. but that's okay because that's how we roll around here. Okay, so here's the thing, you guys. We have 8 minutes until showtime, go time, whatever you want to call it. If you want to join me in shouting Mario from the rooftops, here's where you want to go. Go to Never Settle. I know this is a lot of links, but this is the really important one besides the Entrepreneur Magazine Facebook page. Go to the neversettle.tv website. Neversettle.tv // learn more. That right there. If you go there, neversettle.tv / learn more, you will find a super cool media kit. Yes, a media kit. If you're looking to learn more about the Never Settle movement that they are inspiring, our host, Mario Armstrong, you can find out about him there and find out what the show and the show segments are going to be all about. That's where you're going to find it, is in that media kit. So you'll want to go there for sure. Let me throw it up there again because we have 7 minutes before showtime. There's a lot of really great graphics there, and I will be sharing them on my page, on my personal profile, under my name, April Roga. You can find me on Facebook and follow me there. I'll be sharing a lot of those images as we get closer to the April 5th date, the go live date. And breathe, April. Can you tell I'm excited? Am I not like totally brand championing the Never Settle show big time? I think I've brought a lot of people over there to check it out because there's still people who don't know about it. And it truly is history in the making, as I like to say, because they're going to have a live studio audience of about, I think, 50 people. And they're also going to have the online people, like you guys are here right now. They're going to have us in the live stream, and they're going to be able to bring our comments up on the screen. And they're including us right now. See, right now, this last couple of weeks is the best time to kind of get on board with the movement, because if you do a video or a tweet, they really dig the videos though, just a little hint. If you do a video like I did the other day, he brought it up on screen in his live stream, and it kept playing on a loop on the big screen right behind him. And it's super cool because you can put on your resume, hey, I was a co-producer for the Never Settle show. And they're actually going to have they're going to list their co-producers in their credits. And they're looking to eventually take this from Facebook onto, hopefully, the big screen, the TV. So this is April bringing up our comments on the screen. Don't mind the child in the background. We now have 4 minutes left until, okay, where does the show begin in a few minutes? I will put it up on the screen again because I know I shared a lot of stuff. Go to facebook.com and type in ENT. We only have 1 minute left. Don't forget, facebook.com/netfriending is the place to be. I'll catch you on the flip side. See you tomorrow night for another live stream.
Well,
or I should say, for another TV 2.0 show. See you later, alligator. Good night.
well, Wow. Didn't expect that, did I? Okay, well, that was a glitch. I think my encoder kind of just sort of crapped out for a minute. So, yeah, so we're going to call this one a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. And I'm sure I'll be back soon.